Good morning from the Off Grid Homestead. I wanted to give you a quick update. Our siding is under that tarp. We're going to start staining it and getting it ready to go up. Memorial weekend, we have a crew coming up to help us. Yay! We got 4 more batteries for our solar system, which should really help us out. We're doing pretty good though overall. If I can't run an air conditioner full-time, I can run it part-time on the solar system, so we're trying to build that up a little bit. We will be ordering more. This area, we got all this re-cleared, and now we got a place to park cars, because again, we are getting ready for Memorial Weekend. We do have at least one family coming up to help us, possibly a second. We'll see. I'm hoping my son can come up and bring my grandson to let him run around up here. That'd be so awesome. I'm missing the grandkids. Oh, one of the other things I did, I'll show you. I got something exciting going on this morning. Most people dread laundry day, and I do too. I'm not a favorite of laundry or hand washing dishes, but we're doing it. And the laundry, we actually brought a used washing machine with us. Ours died just before we got cleared health-wise to move. I've got, let me see. Say good morning, girls. Good morning, Bubbles. And Red is right there. This is Bubbles. And Sandy's still in the coop. These are the only chickens we named. There she is. Good morning, Sandy. Good morning, girl. And these here were doggy playpens. And we've had them for years. And we used them as a fence to keep the babies away from the swimming pool when we had the pool. And now I'm using them to give the chicken tractor chickens some free range, but in a safe zone. So they can come out here, they can scratch, they can hunt bugs. If it rains, they can go back under their chicken tractor and their tarp. We had a great rain last night. We needed it. And there's the other girls. No names, just the girls. Don't know what breed these are. If anybody knows that's watching, if they'll show you their neck, they got beautiful white tan feathers, lighter tan feathers around their neck. These were sold to me as little chicks, like 2-day-old chicks. And I was told they were Buff Orpingtons, because we were going to be going with the Buff Orpingtons for our main birds for breeding and egg production and meat birds. But these obviously are not Buff Orpingtons. They're not Rhode Island Reds. So we don't know what they are. So anybody has an idea? You see they're begging, they want out. But I'm not sure how long to keep them penned. It's been a week now since we arrived on the property with them. I'm not sure how long to let them in the kennel before we let them out to free range. I'm not too worried about anything other than being able to get them back in the coop at night where they're safe. Okay. Let's show you what else we're up to. Over here, we got this all cleared so we can do laundry today. I have my wash lines all set up. And this morning, I wish I had done this last night. This would all be nice and soaked, but it could rain today again. But I'm starting to lay the cardboard as a weed barrier to start getting the garden ready in slow steps. It's going to be a very slow process because of my back. But this morning I got all the cardboard we've emptied so far, which isn't a lot, is out here. Now the other thing, there's always a lot going on here right now. It's crazy. But we did get some plants. I got a bunch of tomatoes. There's some tomatoes here. Some tomatoes here. All kinds of new varieties. I got peppers, basil, thyme, another pepper, and I think oregano. So we've got a bunch of herbs. We're going to put together an herb garden. And the exciting stuff is right here. Let's see how dirty the water got. Oh, the water got pretty dirty, but there you go. Off grid and doing laundry. This is not hard to power at all, especially if you have a backup generator and you're off grid. There's no reason you should be busting your back hand washing your laundry. This takes almost no power to run. It only runs for, I don't even know if it runs a full 15 minutes per load, but man, it's going to do a lot of that back-breaking work for you. And it'll be all spun out and ready to hang on the line when this is done. And that's the joy of that. Yes, we're off grid, but there are certain things when you have a bad back and you have the ability to power things, we're going to do laundry this way. And I took so long to decide how am I going to do laundry, and then my back went out and it was like, I can't do laundry like some of the other folks do off grid. Just because of my back, I just can't do it. So this was our answer to that. And it's a new used washing machine. We only paid about 25% of what a new one would cost because we priced new. And boy, have they gone up in price in the last few years. But yeah, I'm excited. And what's going to happen when this goes to spin and drain, it's going to drain into this. And this barrel has a bib fitting on it right there, a hose fitting, so we can take the gray water and water the garden. I'm using Castile soap. Let's show you the soap. That's the soap I'm using. So it shouldn't hurt anything, and it is organic and it is lavender scented, so that shouldn't hurt anything. Yeah, look at the dogs. Ginger, you having fun getting a mud bath practically? It's just, everything percolates so well here. There is no puddles, nothing. The only thing we had to do this morning was get up and chase any standing water because of mosquitoes. And I think we pretty much got the worst of that done already. So I'll give you an update later on today, see what else we get done. Being off-grid has its pluses and its minuses. Water is vital to our homestead, and right now until we get a well drilled or we pipe into the natural springs on the property, the rain is important. And guess what? Yes, it's raining really nice. It's not a downpour, but it's enough of a rain that'll soak in. And you see what's on my wash lines? Yes, rain. Come on, rain. I don't care. It's another rinse for my clothing. And I just laid that cardboard this morning, if you remember, and it's getting saturated. Now, once that's saturated, I'm going to put a layer of compost and leaves and a few other things on there and finish it off with some 3-year-old tree mulch that's been here for a few years now, breaking down. So that's exciting to get that wet without having to use our rainwater. And I know it's a rig up, but this is our rain catch. Look at that water going in that barrel. That's heaven to us. Look at that. Look at all that rain. That water is vital to us right now because we're solely dependent on rainwater. And keep in mind, we're in Florida. Central Florida's in a drought. North Florida is no longer in a drought. So every time it rains, it's important that we catch at least a couple of barrels, if possible, to top off our supplies. And the reason we're still doing the tarp is because we're getting ready to do siding on the house. Once the siding's done, then the rain gutters can go up, and then everything will get streamlined. And when we build the porch roof will be incorporated into a water catch system as well. Yeah, it never ends. We've been going all morning, and hubby strung a new line for me. And it is one of those dog tie-outs, so it's a plastic-coated wire. And it goes from there, all along that tree line, all the way down to there. So we have plenty of wash line, and the garden's going to be dead center in the middle. And you guys see this. Those are my cattle panels, and yes, I'm using them to dry the small things like underwear, bras, socks, that kind of stuff. Even a few washcloths. You make use of what you have. especially as a new homesteader. We're not rich by any means, so we're trying to use the resources we have available. And we were lucky. I don't know when he purchased it, but he had already purchased this extra line. So we were very lucky that we had that.